In this video, I'm going to show you on how to do cosine rule, sine rule, and the area of a triangle. I'm going to explain to you on the things to take note of. Okay, in the previous video, I showed you on how to do Pythagoras theorem and trigo ratio for right angle triangle. And those only works well for right angle triangle. And what if you have a non-right angle triangle? Are you still going to use Pythagoras theorem and trigo ratio to solve? No, you cannot do that. You can only do that if you are given a right angle triangle. So what if you have a non-right angle triangle? And in this video, I'm going to show you on cosine rule, sine rule, and the area of triangle for non-right angle triangle. That is why you need to know these three things. Okay, so we're going to jump straight into cosine rule first. Okay, cosine rule, let's say now you see this is a triangle, it's a non-right angle triangle. I'm going to give this each the units for the length. So let's say I'm going to give this 30 meter, right? It can be 30 units in this case, 50 and probably 40 here, right? So this is a non-right angle triangle. I'm just giving random units around the length. So most of the question, they'll ask you to do this. They'll ask you to find what is the length of this. So they will not give you this. Instead, they will ask you to find x, the unknown length. And if you have this kind of question, you have the length 30, 50, and they're also going to give you one more thing, which is the angle inside. So I'm going to give this 20 degrees Celsius. Sorry, 20 degrees. Okay, so you're going to solve this. Find the unknown x. And in order to do this, you need these three things. You need the angle to be embedded between the two given lengths. So cosine rule state this. Cosine rule state that a square is equal to b square plus c square minus 2bc cosine a. And you can see this. If you take note that you have the small letter a and a capital A. Alright, this thing here is very important because if you understand why the capital A and the small letter A, you will know how to use cosine rule. There's a reason for this. Why don't we use another capital letter, for example, capital B, capital D, but why must it be capital A? Alright, so this is the reason for this. So as you can see, cosine A, capital A, so this is referring to my angle 20. So this is my A. And if you look opposite to my capital A, I have my small letter A. And all the small alphabet A, B, C, they are referring to the length. My 30 units can be my B and it can be my C, it doesn't really matter. Okay, so and that is all you need to know to find the capital A and the small letter A. Now let's put all these numbers into the formulas. Alright, so we're going to find the unknown x. So we have x squared is equal to 30 squared plus 50 squared minus 2 30 50 sine 20 degree. And if you want to find x, all you need to do is to remove the square and square root whatever is on the other side of the equation. You press this in the calculator, you find the unknown x. Okay, now what if there's another type of question involving cosine rule? We're going to use the same formula. Okay, I'm going to erase this away. Now what if they ask you to find the angle instead of the length? So let's say I want to find this, my unknown x, this angle here. I am given three lengths. Okay, 30 units, 50 units, 40 units. First thing, we're gonna let this be the A, the capital A. And opposite to this A, we have the small letter A. And once you find this, you can use the formula straight away. So let's do this together. Now my small letter A is 50. Okay, my small letter A is 50. So 50 square equal to 30 square 40 square minus, okay, 30, 40 cosine x. So once you have this down, you need to find x. You need to make x the subject. Okay, a lot of students, they made mistake here. You need to take note that this is a set by itself. Okay, so it's 2 times 30 times 40 multiplied by cosine x. So let's do this. We're going to shift the 30 square and 40 square over to the other side. So we have 50 square minus 30 square minus 40 square equal to negative 2 30 40 cosine x. So the next thing is to divide by negative 2 multiplied by 30 multiplied by 40 on both sides of the equation. So, okay, sorry, this is not 40 degrees, this is 40 square. So we're going to divide by the whole thing by the negative 2, 30 and 40. So we have 50 square minus 30 square minus 40 square over minus 2, 30, right? 40 equal to cosine x. And to find cosine x, all we need to do is to cosine inverse. So I'm going to erase this away. So all we need to do is to cosine inverse. Alright, there you go. Press this in the calculator and you can find the unknown x. Okay, to remember this, all you need to remember is the Pac-Man. Okay, so I'm going to draw the Pac-Man. Okay, since I draw this way, so I'm going to draw the Pac-Man in the reverse direction. Right, so this is a Pac-Man. Right, so you can see that this is my angle. So this is my angle. Okay, I'm going to shade it blue in color. And I'm going to give this the length, red. So this is the length red in color. Alright, and I'm going to give this green in color. So if you remember this Pac-Man, you know how to do cosine rule. Alright, okay, so we're going to go on to the next one. I'm going to show you how to find the area of a triangle if you are not given a right angle triangle. For a right angle triangle, we use half times base times height. But what if it's a non-right angle triangle? How am I going to do it? I'm going to show you in a while. Okay, now we're going to go on to the next one. Alright, we're going to go on to the next one. We're going to go on to area of a triangle. I'm going to find this area of a non-right angle triangle. Same thing. The Pac-Man rules apply. Alright, so I am going to have an angle. Let's say I have this as 30 degree. And this is 10 units. And this is, let's say this is 9 units. Okay, are you able to see the Pac-Man? Right, so you can see that I have my mouth here. I'm going to draw the Pac-Man here. Alright, so you can see that this is the mouth, the angle. This is the length. Okay, so once you have this, you can do this to solve your the non-right angle triangle, the area of this. So the formula goes by this: half AB sine C. So half AB sine C. A and B doesn't really matter. It can be 10, it can be 9, because it's A times B. So 10 times 9 and 9 times 10 is the same thing. So we're going to put this down: half times 10 times 9 times sine 30. And there you go. You press this in the calculator, you find the area of a non-right angle triangle. Okay, in the next part, I'm going to show you on sine rule. How you're going to use sine rule to find unknown angle or unknown length. So let's go on to sine rule. So for sine rule, you need to know the formula. Okay, so the formula goes by this. We have A over sine A. Same thing, take note of the alphabet. The one at the top, small letter A, means the length. the capital A means the angle is equal to B over sine B is equal to C over sine C. It doesn't really matter if the length is on the top or at the bottom. You can also have sine A over A equal over B equal. Alright, you see I made a mistake here. It's supposed to be a small letter b over sine. Okay, take note the c is hard to see. Alright, this is supposed to be my small letter c, right? Okay, so but we just have to use one of them. We can use any one. We can use the one at the top. Doesn't really matter as long as you follow that the length is all at the top and the angle is all at the bottom. In most of the case, we do not need the three of them. We only need the two of them. So I'm going to remove the c. We only need to know this. So how you do this? Okay, so this type of question, they will ask you to find unknown length or unknown side. So let's do unknown length first. So I'm given this 10 units and I have an angle inside, let's say it's 15 degrees. And I want to find the unknown length. Let's say I have this as my 32 degrees. So they will ask you to find x. So you can see here that I have my angle 15. Opposite to my angle 15, I have 10. Opposite to my angle 32, I have x. Once you have this, you can use sine rule. So let's go ahead. I'm going to show you how to do this. I say I want to find my unknown x. My unknown x is the length over sine 32. Okay, then I have my unknown, no, I'm given 10 units, my length, over sine 15. So to solve for x, all we need to do is to cross multiply. So to cross multiply, sine 15 times x. So I have x sine 15 is equal to 10 sine 32. Alright, so to find x, we just divide sine 15 over. So we have sine 15 on the other side of the equation. Press this in the calculator, you solve for x. Okay, now what if we are not given the angle, but instead we are given the length? So I'm going to show you how you do this. So I'm just going to erase this. I'm going to give this now the length to be, I'm going to give this now to be 20 units, and I want to find my x, the unknown x. So the same things apply. Right, let's try the other way around. We have this triangle. We want to find x. I'm going to write it here. Sine angle, right? Sine x over 20. So you can see x and 20 are opposite of each other. And sine 15 over 10. You still can do this, just have to cross multiply. So I'm going to bring my 10 over to the other side. 20 sine 15. And to find x, just be very careful. When you want to find angle, you always have sine inverse, tangent inverse, cosine inverse. We bring the 10 over to the other side first. And this will get you this over 10. And to find x, we will have x equal to sine inverse, you have to bracket it, 15 over 10. Press this in the calculator, you find the unknown x. Thanks for watching, and help me to like, share and comment, and do let me know how you find this video down the comment below. And if you have any questions or any topics you want me to go through, I'll make it easy for you. Alright, we will see you the next time.